Tim Langlois here at the East Regional of the NCAA tournament here in Syracuse, now joined by the man who will call the games on TBS and CBS, Verne Lundquist. And Verne, you've covered so many events in golf, in college football. Where does the college basketball rank in that? Well,
it's up there toward the top. I was lucky enough years ago, and I've actually televised a game from Tulsa in the first NCAA tournament that CBS ever did, 1982. So with the exception of a 3-year hiccup when I went to Turner in the late 90s, I've done every championship, every March Madness since. And along the way, you get some great ones, and then you get some bummers, but that's all part of it.
Now, in this round, you have two high seeds, relatively high seeds, 8 and a 7. What do you make of these matchups here in Syracuse?
Well, this happens every year. I mean, a 1 and a 2 get knocked out at least once. I can't off the top of my head remember the last time 4 top seeds made it all the way to the Final Four. So it's not unexpected. And actually, the names on the jerseys of the 4 teams we have here, pretty impressive. You know, Izzo in Michigan State, Patino in Louisville, Lon Kruger, Oklahoma, and NC State with Mark Godfrey. These are teams with rich histories in this tournament. So I think the eyeball test is pretty good here.
Now, we're here in Syracuse, so I figured I'd ask you about the whole situation in SU athletics. Jim Boeheim at a press conference last week, and, of course, the NCAA sanctions that came down. What do you make of that as far as the future of them?
We were reminiscing a while ago. We're standing on this court, and Bill Raftery and I were here when they named it the Jim Boeheim Court. I've known Jim forever, it seems, and know Julie very well, and I'm very sorry to see what's happened happen. And I certainly don't have any information on what the allegation. I know what the allegations are, but you know, it's unfortunate at this point in a legendary career that this has to come down. I'm not saying he's blameless, certainly not, but I don't know enough to pass judgment on it. I just know that this basketball program has been among the best in the country, and for a long, long time. And so I think those of us who know the Boeheims are really sad to see it come to this.
Now, on a lighter note, you mentioned Bill Raftery. He's now going to call the Final Four this year. Mm-hmm. How's your new group without Bill Raftery?
Well, Jim Spanarkel has made it through 2 weekends, and I have not heard onions. But Billy and I are still very close, and we were in New York 2 weeks ago for our seminar. Jim Spanarkel and I went out to dinner with Bill and with Allie LaForce, and I think he should have been doing the Final Four championship game 25 years ago. He's earned it, and I'm thrilled. And then I get to work with Jim, whom I've known since he was a player at Duke, and he's doing an excellent job.
Well, Verne, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it, and we'll hear you on the calls this weekend.
Did I hear a slight boot?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Thanks so much.